Well, you might think you have seen every roller coaster on the planet, but think again. Today we're diving into the most mysterious, bizarre and downright forgotten roller coasters from around the world. From lost legends in Japan to a Vanish dive coaster in the heart of Yokohama. These rides will blow your mind, so buckle up because you're about to discover the roller coasters you never knew existed. And if you are a real theme park or coaster enthusiast, let's see how many roller coasters you know on this list. Now, if you really like theme park or roller coaster videos, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, so let's go. And let's kick off all the way down under in Australia with a coaster that, well, never officially opened. This bizarre looking ride is called the Orphan rocker. Sounds spooky, right? This roller coaster sits atop the breathtaking Blue Mountains and was meant to be the world's first sit-down coaster with a tilting track literally leaning riders off cliffs. But here's the twist, it has been standing but not operating since 1980s. It became sort of an urban legend. Locals whispered about test runs, missing blueprints and a design too dangerous to ever be opened. Oh well, to this day the creepy looking roller coaster is just a rusting relic hidden in the forest, surrounded by mystery. It's just the ghost coaster of Australia. Next up, we surprisingly got a roller coaster that is standing and operating. Now, what if I told you there is a roller coaster that vanishes underwater? Say hello to the diving coaster called Vanish, located in Yokohama Cosmo World, and this coaster looks quite normal until it plunges straight into a pool, and this just creates an awesome visual effect where the roller coaster disappears into a man-made tunnel below the water. But don't worry, it's just an illusion that makes your heart stop. You would swear that this roller coaster track ends right at the water's surface, only for the train to explode through a misty tunnel. A roller coaster that vanishes then re-emerges soaked in adrenaline only in Japan, but I have unfortunately heard that this coaster is not the best ride experience in the world. Now, the next roller coaster on the list is what I would call a knockoff version of another roller coaster. Oh well, Disney fans might recognize this one, but with a twist. In the now abandoned Nara Dreamland, there was a coaster suspiciously similar to the Disneyland's Matterhorn bobsleds, and this ride was built as a part of a bold and kind of shameless attempt to recreate Disneyland in Japan. This knockoff roller coaster was rough, fast and much more terrifying than its inspiration. While the original Matterhorn was designed with safety in mind, this version looks a bit jerky and wild. The park then closed in 2006 and this ride now decays among overgrown tracks and crumbling dreams. It's a clone turned into a ghost. Now, the next roller coaster is not bizarre, it's a great looking roller coaster, but I have never heard of it. Prepare to soar like an eagle, or at least try to survive this floaty roller coaster experience. Flight of the Himalayan Eagle is one of China's lesser known roller coasters, but it's got a killer reputation. Well, this very shiny yellow colored roller coaster is part of the very popular roller coaster model by B&M called the Hyper Coaster, but this one is a bit smaller and a bit more compact. But the only thing I can see this roller coaster has in common with hyper coasters is actually a few airtime hills. After that, the roller coaster is just unpredictable in terms of layout. Now, I really want to know if some of the viewers out there has tried this roller coaster, because it can look very bad but also great because the layout is quite different, but does it really hit with airtime or not? Well, speaking of normal looking roller coasters I have never heard of, we have this one. In the heart of Brazil stands one of the few wooden coasters in South America called Montezum. Built by CCI, this massive ride cuts through a jungle-like atmosphere and delivers non-stop airtime and lateral G-forces. And the ride is quite unique, not just because of where it is, but because it was hand-built with raw aggression. Locals love it, but it's nearly unknown outside of Brazil. Just look at the creaky structure, the tropical heat and the ride's brute force make it a standout hidden gem and a symbol of South Africa's underappreciated appreciated thrill scene. And this next coaster is proof that size doesn't matter. Hidden in the forest of Wisconsin Dells is Avalanche, a tiny coaster with a huge reputation. Now this coaster was also built by Custom Coasters International. The ride is under 2,000 feet long, but it's absolutely relentless with head chopper moments, a twisted layout and a shocking speed. Avalanche just delivers more thrills in 60 seconds than some of those mega coasters. Sadly, the park fell into decline and the ride closed in 2022, but its legend still lives on in the point of views and fan tributes. And now we need to talk about a not so special roller coaster in terms of layout and ride experience. We got Dreamcatcher at Bobbejaanland in Belgium. Oh well, this is a very rare aero suspended coaster, so it's quite old and well, quite bad. The layout on this coaster slowly flies through trees and over water. It's part nostalgia, part innovation and totally under the radar for most coaster fans. This one is more about flight and fantasy than fear, and it's quite boring. Let's talk about the good stuff right here, Pyrenees. And this ride is just perfection. This B&M inverted coaster is tucked away in Japan's Spanish themed park, Parque Espana. You can experience massive loops, forceful turns and glass smooth track. Pyrenees is often ranked as one of the best in Asia, but barely anyone outside Japan talks about it. It's like Alpengeist meets Montu, or should I just say a Raptor clone. The pacing, the theming and the layout makes it a must ride for any serious coaster hunter out there. And speaking of Alpengeist, we need to travel to Switzerland, where we got the Alps of course. If you know, you know. Switzerland's Cobra is unlike anything you have seen. It's the only coaster in the world to feature a vertical shuttle coaster layout from the Russian manufacturer Parque. It's weird in all the right ways. It starts off backwards, climbs a spike, then dives through the station, through an airtime hill and then through this loop, but then you stall on your head and you receive a lot of hang time right here. But this coaster is also so janky and shaky. Rides created by the manufacturer Parque are really known for their jankiness, and Cobra is no exception. It's very chaotic but not a masterpiece. Now this blue color roller coaster may seem bizarre, but it really is awesome. Please don't underestimate this beachfront blitz. Gale Force is a hyper compact triple launch coaster located just steps from the Atlantic Ocean in Ocean City, New Jersey. It blasts you forward, then backwards again and then forwards again into a twisted top hat with beyond vertical drops and gut-wrenching air time. This coaster may only last about 30 seconds, but it's pure chaos from start to finish. We got a small footprint right here, but a huge thrill. This one deserves way more attention than it gets. And finally, the last roller coaster I really need to show you people might be the weirdest one right here. This is the strangest coaster you have probably never heard of, called Tranan. Built by SNS worldwide, it's the only free fly coaster of its kind in the world. Just imagine riding a roller coaster in a boat, dangling back and forth and swooping through the air as your seat rotates independently from the track. It doesn't spin wildly like 4D coasters. Instead, it glides and rolls in response to the track's movements. Tranan is smooth, surreal and unlike anything else ever built, but it's just a family roller coaster and a prototype that never took off. And now I really want to know your thoughts in the comments below about this video. Have you heard of any of these roller coasters, or did you know them all? Please let me know. As always, I need to remind you people out there to like and subscribe and share if you want to. Then at the end of the day, I'm always gonna say bye bye.